SoFloRadio.com and SoFloTelevision.com. Since the dawn of civilization, the elusive quest in pursuit of the perfect drink continues to evolve. Now more than ever, we reap the rewards of this passion. The perfect vintage, the finest brew, or a spirit of optimum age and class. And now, SoFloRadio.com invites you to discover the wonderful world of booze by the glass.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to By the Glass Show. I'm your host, Brett Hubbard, and I'm welcoming you to explore another wonderful episode of By the Glass. This is a show about beverage culture. We come to you every Thursday at 6 o'clock on SoFlo Radio and ByTheGlassShow.com. And we have a wonderful show in store for you this evening. I'm joined by my guest host, Jason.
Hey,
Welcome
now.
back, Jason. We missed you.
I know.
Been some really great shows. You've
missed
been
the show.
but
Yeah,
he's-
maple
he's-
bacon porter I missed last
I
week.
know,
I'm
but
upset.
That was really good.
He's a busy
too.
guy.
It was so good.
I've been bad on the board.
Yes, I am.
Crazy, crazy. Anyway, just, the lovely Bia Bunny.
Hi.
Hey, she's back, talking to the microphone.
I am
Awesome.
back.
She's back, and it's a pleasure to have her here. She's definitely a reoccurring guest on the show. She comes in and talks to us about all the wonderful things that are happening out there in the world of craft beer and otherwise. And she has a bunch of great libations that she, and little anecdotes that she likes to throw in while we're doing our show. Because our show this week is a very interesting show. Now, as you guys well know, the Super Bowl is Sunday, the big game.
I did not.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say Super Bowl. I'm not paying anybody, but maybe they, if they can find this show on the internet and
give us a summon.
then damn,
Yeah.
we're doing a good job.
Please sue us, man.
So
Put us on
anyway,
that.
basically, Super Bowl is Sunday. So what we do around here the week before is we do a show that picks the winner. Yes, I'm telling you, we pick the winner. All you sports bookies out there and people that are interested in betting, listen to this show and take heed. Why? Because we picked it 2 years in a row. Last
Yes, we
year,
did.
we picked Baltimore to win over San Francisco. Huge underdogs, and guess what? Baltimore won. And the year before that, we picked New York to win, which are actually another underdogs, and they won too. So we know how to pick them. We always pick a wiener on this show. What we basically do is we have a set of beers from Washington and from Colorado, and what we're going to do is we're going to decide to determine the winner by pitting the craft beer from Colorado against Washington. They're going to pit them against each other, and what we have is an evaluation to where we then look at the beers. We do the aroma, the appearance, the taste, the mouthfeel, and the finish. We give it points, and these points then determine who's going to be the winner. So we're not going to know who the beers are. They're completely anonymous beers, so there's no favoritism here. If anybody had any favoritism, we do not have any. We're just going to go by what the taste is. These guys are not, beer industry experts or anything. They're just, people
We're
with great
schleppers.
I
powers.
still can drink a beer, though.
Exactly.
Me too.
So it's really all about what flavor profiles people are interested in, their individual personalities and their individual flavor profiles. So there's nothing here more than just what people like. And I think that's the important thing, right?
That's all that's important. That's all that matters.
That's all that really is important around here is what you like. So fantastic. So this is the Beer Bowl 2014. Washington is going to be represented by Red Hook, and they have some really interesting things. The Audible, the ESB, the ECCO Black Lager, which is all about the chive, the chive.com and chive it on. Keep chive on, carry on, chive on. Keep calm and chive on, right?
Yeah, that's what
Damn
they
it, I
say.
had to spit that out. And also the Long Hammer IPA. So Jason is going to cut in a little bit after he's done with his duties and talk to us a little bit about the chive.com. He's been studying it all afternoon. What were some of your comments, Jason?
Yeah, they got a lot of pictures on there.
Got a lot of great shots, huh? Are you familiar with the chive, Bia?
I know people love it and they're like obsessed with it.
Really? Wow.
I've never. I've prided myself on internet knowledge, and I've never been to that site. But wow.
Yeah,
might be going back.
supposedly it's taking the world by storm. The all-knowing Ed Roberts says that there's some stores, some Total Wines up in the middle of the state that are selling 15, 20 cases a week of this black lager. So I'm excited to try it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. This is the Beer Bowl, the By the Glass Beer Bowl 2014. Dun, 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 dun.
I should have had some
Yeah, you
fanfare
should definitely have
music,
some
like-
really cool, interesting two people going against each other type of music. I don't know what you would call that kind of music.
Like fight music.
Fight.
Like the theme for Rocky.
That would be awesome, Jason.
Head.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Bea, it's wonderful to see you.
Hi guys. It's great
You said
to see
that
you.
Here you go. Jason said the theme from Rocky.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh,
that's
they're
not-
making a movie
that's
with
not what you were
the,
talking
the little
about?
kid in the time machine.
Yeah, Sherman and Peabody.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Now they're making a movie about Sherman and Peabody. Now, is it a movie where it's a animated film? Or?
Yes, I believe it's animated. I believe it's like CGI kind of animated, not good animation.
Okay. Now,
It
you
looks cool though.
You
Yeah, it
prefer
does.
the old school?
I prefer the old school. I'm old school. What do you expect?
Okay, we'll take that. We'll definitely take that. That's fantastic. So, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to get the first round going, and we're also very, very blessed to have a couple of really great call-ins tonight, which is a fantastic thing. We actually do it right here on By the Glass Show.
Is this one mine that I made?
That is yours if you want to keep it. I'll take this one. We're making
I
up
kinda
the.
messed this one up, but I
That's
can
fine.
figure
We're
it
making up the pamphlets so that we can have a really good way to mark these down. We do things professional around here, okay?
Yes.
Ain't no fooling around, okay? So basically, we're going to talk to you about the matchups a little bit, but let me talk to you about the call-ins. We have some really great call-ins. We're going to have some call-ins from Red Hook, and we're also going to have some call-ins from New Belgium. So 6:15 and 6:30, we'll have some call-ins, and I'll get a little bit more into that. But let me talk about the beers. The matchups. Quarter 1 will be Red Hook Audible versus New Belgium Spring Blonde. Quarter 2 will be Red Hook ESB versus New Belgium Snapshot. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, we changed it around.
ESP,
Fat Tire.
Fat Tire, yeah.
Right. And then the third one will be Red Hook KCCO versus New Belgium Triple.
That was a K.
And the fourth
Yeah.
one would be Red Hook Longhammer versus New Belgium Ranger IPA. So these are some really great beers that we're putting head to head here, and it's pretty interesting. So
How do we rate these if we're not going to know which ones they are?
Okay, so here we do.
Explain the rules.
Okay, so what we
How
do
does
is
that work?
Yeah.
so here's what you
Flaw
do.
in the system.
Is it a flaw in the system?
I think so.
Yeah, because if they don't
They
know
might-
what the beers are.
So we're gonna have our intern come out, and he's gonna bring us each beer. He's gonna
Like
say
you're going to
this
have to
is
have
beer
a number 1 or number 2 or something. Oh, okay.
The first one that he serves will be A, and the second one that he serves will be B.
Okay.
Yeah, and
There
then
you
you'll
go.
just basically what you do is you want to put a 1 through 5. Okay. Now don't blow your nut, so to speak. If you really like something, don't give it a 5.
Glad you
Right
told me
away.
that
No,
because
you-
I
you know?
always blow
Rate
my nuts.
low.
Right.
Okay,
Right away.
and then things get exceptional because your tastes are going to change as it goes over time.
All right,
here,
so we really
okay?
don't need the names of the beers over here. We just need a 1 and a 2.
No, you need the names of the beers. Oh yeah, basically 1 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be blind?
Well, it's blind for us, but the guy he'll know which one comes out.
Here.
All right, so everyone
Just
fold
fold
this
this one, do it
over,
right.
and then you're just going to
Just
have
gonna
a
write
1
1,
and a
2.
2
Perfect.
over here.
1 and
then I'll
2.
know which one is
Huzzah.
which.
Perfect.
I'll have
Great.
to write it down because I'll forget.
Well, how you won't know which one is our
You're
intern
right,
will know
Brett.
which
I
one
won't
is
know.
which.
Oh, intern.
Intern, fantastic.
Are we ready for beer yet?
We are ready. In turn, we are ready
Yeah,
for
'cause
beer.
We got a lot of tasting
Fantastic.
to
So
do.
let me get a little bit into Bea Bunny. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you guys
Oh my
doing?
God, is that allowed?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
But this is Star Trek fight music. I'm just going to be playing all kinds of fight music all during the show.
Okay, well you can save it for when the actual fight's on. But when I'm
All right.
talking to Bea, we'll just kind of engage
right.
a little bit on
Can
our
I
own here.
request some Eye of the Tiger?
You got it.
Now that's the kind of fight music that's like inspirational, right? Dun,
got
dun,
the
dun,
Rocky
dun,
theme.
dun, that's Rocky. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got Rocky.
You been good? What you been up to?
Just working a lot.
Yeah.
Drinking a lot.
Okay, so you told me that you had a new favorite drink here before
Yes.
we started. Talk to me a little bit about it. What's it all about?
So my new favorite drink is called the Angry Balls.
Angry Balls. George, are you familiar with Angry Balls?
I have them all the time.
Okay. I have a feeling you were going to say that.
The
have a
the
feeling.
Angry Balls is very exciting.
Okay, talk to me. I think I know what they are,
Yes.
and we have had on this show at the time the rep for the cinnamon whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Fireball?
Yes.
We had Allie Minderman on. Remember Allie?
I do remember Alan.
She came in twice actually.
Very hot, like the whiskey.
She's a real sweetheart. So okay, so talk to me a little bit about it.
Very exciting because when you drink it, it doesn't really taste that pungent in liquor because you have an Angry Orchard and you have several varieties of the Angry Orchard, so you can spice it up a little bit. And then you have the delicious cinnamon whiskey that you're putting in there, which is the Fireball, or they
I think George prefers the liquor Angry Balls.
yes.
Yeah,
Liquor
I do,
Angry
I
Balls?
do. Yeah, I got it.
liquor
I get that.
Angry Balls. Or
Anyway.
there's also a variation called the Angry Cock.
You're kidding me, right?
No.
Is that with Cockspur rum?
It could be.
Because we have had Cockspur Rum on the show not too long ago.
It could
So
be.
that's interesting. I would imagine that, and we have the 130, so it's a strong angry cock.
Ooh.
Yeah, great.
But it just tastes like
Furious.
delightful
We just
happy
got a whole
juice.
new listener base.
This is Furious Cock.
Hold on, I got to see which one.
Furious cock.
Jason said there's going to be a whole bunch of new Neelys listening because of you.
Oh,
Yes,
fantastic.
absolutely.
Oh, we love new Neelys. Well, thank you,
I
everybody.
mean,
Kish the
old Neelys,
Kid.
but new listeners to the By the Glass show.
That's great.
Absolutely. Kish
Well,
the
we're
Kid, Kishka Lady.
All right, we're on Thursdays at 6, every Thursday at 6, and of course we have the wonderful George Rodriguez, but he goes incognito.
it.
But I'll let the cat out of the bag.
I'm developing a character. It's the most public secret.
All right, this is important. This is important.
Okay.
This is number one.
Okay.
All right, number one in the big glass.
Number one.
Got it.
So what's going on here, folks, for you at home is we are doing the By the Glass Beer Bowl, where we evaluate beers from each part of the country that's affiliated with the teams. Right now we're evaluating beers from Washington and Colorado. We have the Red Hook Brewery and we have the New Belgium Brewery. The Red Hook's from Washington, New Belgium's from Colorado. And what we're doing is the first beer that came out, we don't know which one it is. We know that it's one of those two breweries, but we're going to look at the appearance of the beer, the aroma of the beer, the taste of the beer, mouthfeel, and finish of the beer. We'll give it points and then totals. And then we'll add up all the totals at the end to get the winner, okay? And it's going to be from 4 people that are completely unbiased. So as we start here, we don't know what this first one is, but right off the bat, anybody want to give me some...
George almost drank all his before he got the appearance done.
Yeah.
Well, the appearance is pretty straightforward, but it is a nice, white, creamy head. And what you really want to look for appearance isn't so much the beer, but what does it do on the side of the glass? Does it give it nice lace? Does it stick well? That's called the Belgian lace. You see that?
There's definitely lace.
There's a really nice Belgian lace involved with that, which is very important, okay? And you can see here that it's a very clear and brilliant, that's like a straw to gold. Actually, it's a little bit more of a little medium gold, right? So that's about what we call a 5 on the SRM.
Urine yellow.
Urine, okay, so it's a golden yellow or a urine yellow, urine luck yellow, and it must be an Asian beer. And basically, very nice, brilliant color. So wonderfully performed. Appearance looks very nice, right?
But again, don't rate too high, remember.
Don't rate too, don't blow your nut, as I like to say. Absolutely. And okay, so as we look at the aroma here, well, wonderful. I get a lot of bread dough, right? Nice yeasty notes that's coming off of this.
Definitely yeasty.
But there's also a little bit of fruit esters. Does anybody get any fruits, maybe oranges
do.
or lemons?
I do. There's some citrus in here, definitely.
Right? Nice orange lemon zest that comes with that. Possibly a little bit of spice in there. So
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good,
It's
but
good,
I'm just
yeah.
not rating high yet.
Don't blow your nut. That should be like the saying of the night. Can we like write that and put it on the wall?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay,
Tweet
cool.
that, somebody.
And then we put it up to our mouths.
That's what she said.
Taste is off the rocker.
It's really
Well,
good.
it's complex, and of course I know what it is, but I've been training
Yeah.
for years. But I think the taste is exceptional, to be honest with you. It really is good. So we're going to...
Don't blow your nut.
I was waiting for something to say
Tasted
that.
pretty good, though.
Yeah, this is good. This is really wonderful.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the taste of this beer?
I like it, yeah. But
it's-
I think I know who it is.
It's light.
It's okay. What are you thinking? Give me some descriptors.
I feel like it's a very smooth taste.
Okay, so smooth.
Very light on the palate. Crisp.
Great.
would say.
But light but flavorful, right?
Very flavorful.
Okay, great. This
Crunchy.
is wonderful. Yeah, interesting. Not too much, just enough of the hops on the finish to not be cloying, but really nice. We got a call in. And hopefully,
We do. You warned me about that.
And hopefully this is
There
one of our
is.
wonderful representatives from the New Belgium Brewing Company. Hello, and how are you? And welcome to By the Glass Show.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you. Fantastic.
Great.
Yeah. So, how are you doing? Please introduce yourself to everybody at home.
My name is Tmar Banner. I'm one of the brewing supervisors here at New Belgium. I'm helping to organize everything for the brew house. So
Fantastic.
That's a portion of the brewing process.
Yeah, I love the facilities out there, and you guys do such a wonderful job. It's an absolutely beautiful place, and the beer is just exceptional.
Right on. Thanks very much.
So what we're doing tonight is we're tasting a few different beers, and if you just want to kind of touch lightly on them, the beers that we're tasting tonight, and is the Spring Blonde, the Fat Tire, the Triple, and the Ranger. So if you wouldn't mind just kind of maybe the Spring Blonde, because it's a new seasonal, if we could talk a little bit about that, please.
Absolutely. And just so I know, to clarify, the 4 that I was told we were talking about included Snapshot, not
Well,
Triple.
You know, I
change,
had to pull an audible.
Okay.
But if
Not
you
a
let-
problem.
but
I
after the
just was,
spring but after the Spring Blonde, if you want to talk a little bit about Snapshot, that would be great too. I would
No, I'd
appreciate
love
that.
to. It's a crazy beer we're making now. It's real exciting, and I'm real proud of it. So,
Awesome.
looking forward to talking about that.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'll talk about the Spring Blonde. Absolutely. So the idea behind this beer is to be sort of like a Belgian-style blonde, but we toned down the Belgian phenolic flavors quite a bit. So it's got a little bit of yeast character. That's that Belgian yeast character, but it's real subtle. You'll get it as like a little pepperiness. This beer is very pale in color. It has a little bit of caramel malt, but for the most part, it's real light color. And the hop character is also pretty light because we really want to have that drinkability going on. So this is not an IPA by any means.
No, it's exceptional, and it's
Perfect.
I've had it before, definitely, and I love it because it's a little bit of New World, a little bit of Old World. It gives me a lot of characteristics from classic Belgian blonde styles, but also that really wonderful touch that only New Belgium can put on their beers.
Right on. This one also uses a yeast strain that we don't typically use in any of our other beers right now. So from that sense, it's a fun challenge because it's yet one more yeast strain that we're keeping track of in our cellar.
Hell
We've
yeah,
got
I would imagine you
strain,
guys.
a
You guys.
lager strain, a Belgian strain. So we got another one now.
I remember we were doing a tour once out there, and the girl who was giving the tour said that you guys with your yeast strains, it's not so much the ale and lager thing anymore. You kind of just manipulate temperatures to where it wasn't so important whether it was an ale or a lager. Is that correct? Am I kind of on there? Or?
Kind of. What I would say is, people typically think of ales as the yeast that float to the top, and lagers is the yeast that settle to the bottom, and that's not so true anymore.
Okay.
Almost all the yeast strains that we get settle out to the bottom like a traditional lager would, but the difference being that they still have all of the same characteristics of those yeasts. So the lagers will still be much cleaner and crisper. The ales will be more fruity. The lagers will ferment at a colder temperature. The ales will ferment at a warmer temperature. So from that sense, there really is a difference. The other thing is that for us, some of our yeast strains flocculate well. That means that they clump together and settle out better than others. And so that probably is a holdover from the float to the top, sink to the bottom business.
Right, and flocculation rates have nothing to do whether they're ales or lager strains, right? They can all have different flocculation.
They don't.
Right.
They don't, yeah.
Okay, excellent. That's a wonderful tidbit. And we'll get right into Snapshot because I'm real excited about it. So two worts blended together, right?
Yeah, it's the exact same recipe for both from a malt perspective. So it's pale malt and wheat. We take one portion of it and we sour it with lactobacillus, and then we blend it back into the other portion as we're brewing it. So the non-soured portion gets hops, but hops are bacteriostatic. They are harmful to lactobacillus, and so the lactobacillus will not grow. It will not sour the sour portion if we put any hops in that one. So we get the one portion souring and then add it back to the portion that has the hops. And that beer also has some grains of paradise added and coriander to give it a nice spicy finish.
Oh, it does. I didn't realize it had that.
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, for hops, it's pretty light. It's a little bit of Cascade, but then it's also got two different kinds of spice in it as well.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yeah, so talk to me a little bit about the Ranger for people at home that aren't familiar with that one, if you don't mind.
Sure. Ranger is New Belgium's take on an IPA, and we really amped the hops up of this. We had to change out a lot of our equipment in the brew house in order to be able to make this beer, and in the cellar as well. We were not equipped to make really hoppy beers before we started coming out with Ranger. I think the hoppiest beer we ever made before that was Tubalo. So this one has Chinook as the bittering hop, and it has Cascade and Simcoe as the aroma hops. And really, I think Cascade is the one that shines through the most, that grapefruity flavor. So it's got a little bit of the pininess, but mostly that citrusy hop flavor.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and it's a really sessionable IPA. I love it. It's got so much character to it. And I think that it's really in the vein of IPAs these days. You can sit down and have a few, and they're definitely not too inundating.
It's balanced.
Definitely well balanced.
I think the big thing there is, balance is, for me, I go through phases with hops. Sometimes I become uber hop head and like my Imperial IPAs, but a lot of times I really like ones that are more balanced and have a little more malt character, a little sweetness to them. And I think this is one that does that.
So the Snapshot is going to be a year-round offering?
And it actually just hit the shelves, as I understand it, this week.
Oh,
We wanted
wow.
to get it out in time for the Super Bowl.
Well, that's fantastic. It's an absolute wonderful beer, and we're very excited down here in South Florida to finally have it. So
Very cool.
thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it.
Okay, awesome. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
You too. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, she was great.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Awesome.
She needs a job in radio. She did better than me.
Bright, cheery sound
Yeah,
person.
fantastic. Okay, so basically, we're moving right ahead here, and we got some really great descriptions on these beers. We don't know which is which, but we definitely
I got
know
a
that
pretty good guess.
we got a pretty
I
good.
have no idea, but I don't know anything about any of these beers. So.
What was the last mark? The F. Finish.
Finish, yeah, definitely. So mouthfeel on this one, really nice. Excelente. What do you guys think of the mouthfeel?
Delicious.
Delish.
I like the other one better. This
Pretty
is
good.
good. This is tasty. It's got more flavor, but
The second one?
the second one,
Yeah.
is more flavorful.
Oh, you
but
drinking the
it's-
second
but
one
it's
already?
Yeah.
What? Aren't you?
We moved on. We're a little bit faster.
Well, Brett was talking to that
Yeah, I mean,
nice lady, and
Yeah.
so we just thought we'd occupy ourselves.
I am very happy to have New Belgium down here finally.
It was appearance and then what?
It's
Appearance,
aroma, taste, mouthfeel, and finish. So talk to me. You're happy to have New Belgium down here? Have you been
Yes.
partaking quite recently?
Actually, when they first came down, they were having a great sale at Publix.
Absolutely.
And they were buy two, get one free in the Bombers. So I stocked up for a little bit. Got some Ranger.
Yippee-ki-yay.
It's my go-to beer when I'm going through Publix and I don't see anything that jumps out. I just grab a 6-pack of New Belgium because I know it's going to be good.
And you can bring it anywhere. People that, don't even love beer are like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also pretty well priced. And everything's line priced. If you're going to notice tonight that the triple that we're trying, usually you try a Belgian triple, and they cost a lot of money. I mean, if you get a real Belgian triple from
Yeah, you're
from
looking
Belgium,
at $10 a bottle.
$10 a bottle.
Oh, yeah.
And these are line priced. You can get a 6-pack of this for the same exact price as you can get for the Fat Tire, which is it's really amazing, and it's quality beer. So moving right along, I am moving on to the second one here. Fantastic. So I'm surprised
liking the
I'm
second one.
surprised you like the second one here, George, because there's a much more of a hop
I
aroma.
like it. I'm getting used to hops, but I don't like it as much as the first one. I already gave it to the first one.
We look at
But
appearance.
but it's drinkable.
Definitely. We look at the
I kind
appearance.
of like the appearance a little better. I like the just a little bit darker.
It's a little
color
darker
there.
gold.
Yeah.
The head is not as boisterous. Does not
I
last
didn't
up
see
as
the
long.
lacing like you guys talked about as much.
There's
Not
not
as
as much
much.
lacing, and the head is not as boisterous. But that is what it is.
I feel like the flavor is a little bit more intense.
Okay.
It's a little bit like a heavier taste to me.
Okay. Well, it's definitely a different style.
I think the
because-
mouth feels a little lighter.
Okay. I'm taking the taste right here. It's a little bit of a lighter taste for me. It's a drier beer than the first one. That's a little bit more of a what they call attenuation. That means that they've allowed the alcohol to be more
Yeah,
prolific.
burn.
It's the yeast has eaten more sugars and created more of a drier alcohol, and then in turn, the hops that it shows through in the aroma really just kind of create a nice dryness in the finish.
Yeah, I
but
kinda
there's
like
not
it.
like a bitterness. It's a good session beer, definitely. So.
Yes,
I like it.
It's
Mouth
good.
feels a little dry, but not too bad.
I kind of like the finish.
And you like the finish?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. So I'm not going to blow my load here.
There, I finished it.
I can see the finish
Yeah,
on
you're
your
Don't blow
strict
your
over
nut.
there.
George, I can see a finish on your face. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God! Speaking of blowing,
All right,
nuts.
if everyone puts their glass in the same geographic position as there, no, yes, so you would be right there.
Oh, shoot. I put the wrong numbers on the wrong
See.
thing.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
all
I can
messed
do
up.
this. I'm a big boy.
Hold on, I haven't accounted.
So
for
far,
that.
guys, here's what's happening here. We are having the Beer Bowl 2014, Washington versus Colorado. We've already gotten through the first set of beers.
Awesome.
And we've had New Belgium call
what's
in to give a just really great description of Spring Blonde and Snapshot. Snapshot's a year-round seasonal. Absolutely amazing beer. Can't wait to try that one. Be a Bunny, are you excited about the Snapshot?
I am so excited.
I can see it on your face. Definitely. Yeah, no, it's an interesting beer because the fact that she said that they let it acidify a little bit with the lactobacillus and gives it a little bit of tartness, and then they blend that with another wort, really get that really wonderful flavor profile. And I didn't realize that they added a little bit of spice in there because I didn't really taste it when I tried it. It's just a really nice, most of these wheat beers can be very cloying, but this beer happened to be very
Did you
nice
say
and
cloning?
crisp. Cloy, C-L-O-Y.
I moved your seat, Jason. I want to get your face on camera.
Are you familiar with cloying?
No, I have no idea what you're talking
I'll
about.
claw your eyes out.
Again,
The list of the other beers, though. What's the next matchup?
The Red Hook ESB versus New Belgium Fat Tire, which obviously they're two different colors, so we should be able to figure that out pretty soon. But it doesn't matter for everybody at home. Versus Red Hook ESB versus New Belgium Fat Tire. This is going to be a really big challenge right here. This is kind of like the two quarterbacks going toe to toe.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
this is like Robert Sherman or Richard Sherman, or whatever the hell his name is, going out there and being the cornerback against Eli Manning. That's his name. Peyton Manning. You know, like throwing the ball. So
Wow, I actually knew football stuff.
you did. See, you're correcting me. This is
that
great.
was
So think about it, guys. This next
Chinese
matchup we
to
got
me.
here is Peyton Manning going out, throwing the ball, awesome quarterback, and then you have Robert Sherman or Richard Sherman, whatever the hell his name is,
That guy.
the cornerback who's been blabbermouthing all over the. I'm surprised you haven't done anything on that.
no.
That's really made it. That's made it into all talk radio.
Everywhere.
Yeah, except for I don't watch that. So.
Well, I know, but you know, here's the thing: some stories kind of go past the sports aspect.
Some
of
do.
It. Now, have you ever on the show, on your show, George, the George Rodriguez show, which is,
Right.
by the way, is on
tomorrow, by
Fridays.
the way.
Yeah,
Join us
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, join us tomorrow.
Woo!
George
Got a
Rodriguez
couple of
show.
stand-up comics that
Yeah,
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
sitting down.
it's 12 to 3.
It is 12 to 3.
Yeah. So sometimes on the George Rodriguez show, do you ever have subjects that kind of bleed over that might have started in the sports world, might have started in a political world, two subjects you don't genuinely get into on your show, but they bleed over to a topic that might
Yeah,
be
we talked
something-
about that bullying story that was going on.
Yeah?
That and I already forgot who was involved. One steroid junkie was bullying another steroid junkie.
Oh, okay,
and
the
other steroid-
football bullying.
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So we talked about that briefly, but very briefly, because no, I don't know any of these characters, nor do I.
Right, but it's more of a social thing
Sure.
to where it's a social experiment to see kind of it does surpass specific likes and dislikes of what people enjoy, but it also
Right.
becomes a social nature. And that's kind of what happened with this Richard Sherman. So my point
This is
being,
number
this
one.
next matchup, number one,
This is number one.
yeah. And I would imagine that
Wow.
there's a couple of people here that don't know which is which, but I know which is which. Just
Now I could
Just
throw
by
out
looking
some
at 'em?
local
Yeah,
roller
just by
derby
looking at 'em.
references. That would
Okay.
be like that. That would be like Just Business going up against Baller Shot Caller, and both of them is
baller shot collar.
yeah, both
That's
of
very exciting.
if they were on opposite teams and both of them were jammers, then that would be a very exciting jam.
Wow, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
jamming.
Jamalicious.
Jam on it.
Well, they're both very attractive with really meaty, muscular legs, so I would say that would be an incredible jam.
And big mustaches.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hardly.
Very
Man,
interesting.
if I showed you pictures,
I'm just kidding around.
I picked a couple good ones.
Did you pick me a winner, man? That's what
Yeah.
we do here on the
All
Body
right.
Glass Show. Welcome
I
to
really
Body
like-
Glass.
Ooh,
Cheers,
cheers.
everybody. Yes,
Cheers.
here's to Be a Bunny coming in.
Thank
and
you guys
Ed
again.
Roberts putting
Thank you,
together
Ed.
another wonderful
Yes,
show.
thank you,
Ed's
Ed.
the best.
I really like the appearance of this one.
I really
that
do, too.
lacing thing that you're talking about. It's a very
Okay.
TV
This one had a
worthy.
good head. I liked it when it poured, too.
I love good head. And also
Don't we all?
wonderful lacing. Definitely.
Very nice
and this
lacing.
has everything here on it. It really
This
does.
is number
So-
one. Yes.
Yes. Appearance is what we judge first on this show. And I think in life in general, don't we? I judge appearance? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, we do because we're all shallow.
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 That's
Man,
why.
and the aroma's good,
why I like
too.
Bee
I mean,
Bunny.
this is,
God, the aroma on this one's really nice.
this is my
I
type
think
of
it's
beer.
very nutty.
I think it's
Yeah.
it's kind of sweet
Does
to me.
anybody get nuts in this?
I get nuts in this, and then
Wait.
and then I need a towel, and then I blow
But,
them.
but are they in your mouth? Is the nut aroma in your mouth?
The nuts are in my nose.
all day long afterwards. Sure, you're just
This one's extremely
tasting and
nutty.
smelling
Oh,
nuts.
wow. This is a pretty good beer.
It's delicious.
Really nice on the nose. I gotta say, it has a wonderful, fruity, nutty character that really does come through. It's really wonderful. I'm liking this one a lot. So we're gonna give it.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. And we give it high marks. As
Yeah.
we taste it, does anybody have any input?
I think it's a little sweet, just like she's saying.
Yeah, yeah, sweet.
But it's
Are
good.
you sure you poured the right beer?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're right. It definitely.
I don't know what's on your list. I mean, I'm not going on your list. I'm just
No,
saying.
no. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my intern, Jason.
Oh.
And wonderful. So we have our second caller. Is it Mr. Ben Dobbler, who's the Brewing Innovation Manager for Red Hook Brewery, calling in from the West Coast. We do appreciate you calling in to Buy the Glass Show. How are you today, Ben?
I'm doing good. How about you? How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. We're sitting here and trying all these really great beers, and we're really enjoying them all. And we think that they're phenomenal.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm going to cut to the chase a little bit. I mean, ESB has always been a great beer. I lived out on the West Coast for a long time, and I always loved the brewery. It always produced a lot of really good stuff. And down here, for a long time, it was the only versions of those classic English styles that we just can't get from a lot of other breweries. Talk to me about how those styles have always prevailed with Red Hook.
Well, I think it's one thing that with kind of the evolution of craft beer as it's been growing in popularity with everybody. I think we kind of forget about our old school roots, if you will, and that's where ESB is kind of near and dear to my heart. It's a pretty traditional, classic English style ale, and everybody's all about hops, and don't get me wrong, I like my hops too, but there's something to be said about that perfect balance of proper malt sweetness balanced with some nice earthy hop components that produce a nice subtle beer. And I think kind of in this extreme age of sours and 10% triple imperial IPAs and hop that we kind of forget about subtlety. And so it's kind of nice to go back to our roots and experience that nice subtle component that can be found in some of these old school beers.
I agree, and also the fact that these English-style ales were classically the first session ales, starting out as IPAs due to necessity, and then working their way down, due to taxation in history and culture, but really working their way into that, 2.3, 2 up to 3.8, that type of thing for these lower sessions, and then the one like an ESB would be stronger, be 4 and 6. What is the actual ABV of this beer? The ESB?
ABV on this one is it's about 5.7, 5.8%.
Higher end of the
under 6%.
Yeah,
so
higher end,
of the spectrum.
But still a session beer, and these were the original session beers. And you say all these crazy beers, people like myself, we walk into these bars, we try all this fun stuff, but then we sit down and we kind of want to just have a session beer, right? At the end of the day.
Exactly. And I mean, in my profession where I do have to go out and, throw back a few and remain social, it's kind of nice to be able to find something that's full flavored in that 4.5%, 5% range because, I can remain a little more social on those.
Beautiful. They're fantastic, and we love them. So talk to me. Okay, all the buzz, man. All the buzz. KCCO. Keep calm, chive on. This is unbelievable. It's starting to hit South Florida. The wave is coming in. Talk to me a little bit about this beer, if you don't mind, please.
Yeah, the partnership with the Chive, it kind of made sense and came to fruition. They approached us. They're kind of looking to get into brewing, but they respected Red Hook for the heritage that they've brought to craft beer, and we talked about some different beer concepts with them, and they kind of wanted to come out swinging because a black lager is really not a very common style out there, and unfortunately, we don't see enough of them. But fortunately, in this situation, it worked out to the advantage. And so I've been to a couple of the parties. The branding and influence that the Chive has is remarkable. Their ability to sell T-shirts, hundreds and hundreds of T-shirts in a matter of minutes. And just the charitable aspect at which they operate their business is something that just makes a lot of sense.
I love the charity aspect. That's fantastic. But I also equate their marketing concept, and I'm not a marketing guy, but this is just as a general person, this is how I perceive it. It's almost like a football team, like an English actual soccer football team, or a rave like a Tiesto guy would market. Like a real.
Exactly.
Not your typical beer marketing, but more like a European, real type of build that flair, build that excitement type of marketing.
Yeah. And I mean, the great thing too is the demographic of the the KCCO crowd is the target demographic of the future of craft beer. I mean, I'm kind of starting to get up there in the years. So, I'm no longer the target demographic, but when you can get the 24, 25, 27-year-olds on board and, fully understanding kind of the influence of craft beer and, the fact that it's a lager, I think it's just great because, that's kind of where it all started with lagers. And it's, lager is one of my more favorite styles. And, to be able to have a nice, clean, crisp finishing lager, but with that just great malt, kind of dark malt, slight roast component in there. For me, it's a really, really well-made beer.
It is. I think that people in America tend to equate dark beers like a dark lager with strength or intensity, whereas it's really just very similar flavor profile with just a little more sweetness and a little more maltiness, and that's about it. And it's really not that much different than it's a Helly's version or lighter versions.
Exactly. Yeah. People really get hung up on color, I think, way too often, and equate black to coffee, roast, burnt, astringent, and just the talent of craft brewers now, and the advancements that we have in raw materials on malt, and so many different options that we can essentially stain beers black, but that have the body of a Helles or a Vienna. I think it's a remarkable time in craft beer for that.
It is. Okay, so let's finish up with the Longhammer IPA. Great beer. Talk to me a little bit about that, please.
When we were working on that one, it was kind of, there's so many spectrums of IPA. I think it's probably one of the most interpreted styles, if you will, from when you talk about West Coast IPAs versus English style IPAs versus a Midwest IPA. There's just, there's so much interpretation with that. And for us, we wanted to really lean on the heritage of the Cascade hop. Being in the Pacific Northwest, that hop is still one of the best hops out there, and we really wanted to showcase that. But we didn't want to make an IPA that was just completely over the top and was going to kind of wreck your palate and make you one and done. So we toned down the ABV a little bit. It's coming in at about 6.5%, and IBUs are right around 45, 50. So nothing over the top, but just enough malt sweetness in there to provide some body and balance, and really kind of let that piney, citrus, lemony component of the Cascade hop really shine through, and pretty healthy dose of dry hopping going on with that as well. Again, just to kind of make it nice and bright and something that you're going to drink a couple of.
Well, we're definitely going to drink a couple, and we love them all. They're fantastic beers, and we certainly appreciate you calling in, taking your time to discuss these beers with us on By the Glass Show. Ben Dobbler, Brewing Innovation Manager for Red Hook Brewery. Thank you so much, sir.
Great. Thank you guys very much. Cheers.
Okay, have a great day.
Cheers.
Wow, he's a great
Cheers.
guy.
Yeah, very informative.
Definitely. And well-spoken, and really did explain a lot of these beers. And I'm really excited about the chive, Jason. I know I put you on a little assignment to look into the chive. And as we get past this second round here, let's talk about this second beer for our second round.
Okay.
And then when we're done with that, and once our intern brings out the third round, we'll get a little bit into chive. Okay. So now we're on our second beer, folks. Now, if you're just joining in at home, we're on the Beer Bowl 2014. We're doing Washington, which is Red Hook, versus Colorado, New Belgium beers. And what we're really doing is we're having the beers speak for themselves. We're pitting one beer against the other, one brewery against the other, and we're blindly tasting these beers and evaluating these beers to see exactly what kind of results we can get. And so far, intern has been doing a great job of passing out the beers, and we've been having a wonderful time here. So
Good job, intern.
yeah. So we're on to our second phase of our second quarter. We're in the second quarter here. We're just about to hit halftime, and we're on to our second phase here. So this new beer, guys, anybody want to tell me what they see?
This
Appearance
is
is
one of my,
nice.
I know what this is already. It's one of my favorite beers. So.
Well, appearance is nice.
Appearance is nice, yeah.
The color is
Here's
very
nice.
honey-like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Amber.
So
It's amber.
I'm seeing a really nice full appearance here. Really wonderful full head with an excellent lacing on the glass.
Yeah. Those guys are known for making good beer.
Yeah. Okay. Aroma. This is a classic biscuit. No, and when I say classic biscuit, you know what it tastes like? Who's ever been and
It's
had
like yeasty, man. It's not a little.
Exactly.
It's a little yeasty,
Who's
yeah.
ever
Yeah.
been and had tea in England?
crumpets.
Yeah, exactly. Or had a really nice espresso in Italy, or a nice espresso.
Yeah,
over
Like
there.
a little
No,
shortbread
I have
kind of
not.
thing.
They give you. Thank
Had
you very
anything in
much.
it.
They give you little biscuits.
Little
Biscotti.
biscuits.
Little short biscuits.
Biscotti.
And that's the kind of biscuit I talk about when I say this.
Biscuit.
Yeah, it's a little yeasty. I didn't give it the highest marks on aroma.
Yeah, I don't
That's
love
a
the
fresh
aroma.
yeast profile. Right.
It is.
Okay, but I agree with you. It's
A
not
little
as
funky. It's like funky honey. Is what
Yeah.
I'm
well. That's it's interesting because it is a little bit of a funk. It's a definitely fresh, kind of like when you break into a piece of like a fresh baked roll.
Exactly.
Break
That-
it open, stick it in your nose.
A little sourdough.
I do that all the time.
That's kind of like what I taste too. I taste a
With
lot of
rolls.
like yeastiness.
You stick rolls
Rolls in
your
my
nose?
Yeah, they work faster.
Oh Lord.
Classic. So anyway, taste-wise, let's taste this thing and see how it tastes.
Oh, it's absolutely delicious.
You sound like the little leprechaun, Jason. It's absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. It is absolutely delicious. What a wonderful explosion of really beautiful fruit esters, a nice honey, really good. You can taste all the grain. It's really more, with a beer like this, it's really more about the toast that comes from the malts, right? You taste
Definitely
malty
toasty.
toast.
I like
It is.
toasted malt. Yeah.
It almost tastes, you know what it tastes like to me? If you ever take like a bread crust
Cereal.
off, the actual bread crust, and you put
Exactly.
that in your mouth. Thinking about it like that. What do you think?
Now I want
drank
some
I think
butter.
it tastes a lot better than it smells. Like a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
things.
Yeah.
I gave it higher marks for taste than smell.
Now you want some butter? What?
Sure.
Yeah.
Butter the
Right?
bread.
Butter the bread.
Absolutely. And
Butter the
beautiful.
buns.
Okay, so we're through our second
Easy.
round, and what we're going to do is we're going to give our glasses back to our wonderful intern. By the way, thank you, intern Dio, and welcome. How you
Good
been?
job.
Haven't seen you in a long
Yeah, there's
time.
a system over here. You
that
might
one
not
on?
understand it.
Turn his mic
My
on.
mic's not
I'm
on.
good.
What's going on, brother? How you been? What's going on?
All good. New digs, so I don't get here on time, which
That's
is really
okay.
unfortunate.
Well, you
Good
got here
job.
on
We-
time
we
today,
dock your
thank
pay.
God.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I got here on time today.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to pull off this contest, but
Yeah,
we
yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah,
yeah,
so-
this is my favorite show of the year.
Is it?
Always is.
Beer
It
ball.
is. It really is.
Because
yeah.
I think we've actually predicted the winner the past 2 years.
we
talked
have,
about
and
that
they've
already,
been
too.
underdogs.
Yeah.
You know?
So I enjoy it because I'll make a
Are you gonna
A
bet?
wager.
Are you
Couple
gonna
bets.
Bet?
I'll make a
Apparently,
wager.
you can do that next door. We just figured that out.
We were just wondering what sports lending
Yeah,
is.
it's like what the hell?
That's
and
what
like,
it is.
I don't know.
What
I mean,
else? What can you think of? You
we're
lose
Loans?
a bet. Need to borrow some money.
I thought it was just
or do you need to
loans.
borrow some money to make
Loans
a bet?
for what? For sports? What,
For sports.
When do you need to borrow money for sports?
Maybe
My
they're an
Little League.
agency.
I gotta get my kid cleats.
Book.
I gotta get him like
Yeah, I don't
stuff.
know.
Yeah, sports lending.
Anyway.
Yeah, I need a softball helmet.
I was really excited when I found out this was the show today.
Great. We're excited too. Fantastic. And the time just flies on this freaking
It
show.
sure does.
we
So
gotta
let's
keep
let's keep
We
rolling
got two
here.
more to go. So
Okay, so
serve
if
'em
you
up.
don't mind, the next two, and yeah, Jason will explain.
Showed
what-
you the
what we need
system.
to do.
Even though you've been doing this the whole time.
Exactly, Bia. CCO. I believe it's Echo. Yeah, KCCO and triple. So,
I gotta
Yeah.
say, I do love the triple from New Belgium.
so you're gonna know when it comes out, huh?
I don't
That's
know.
kind of tough. Well, this one's.
I've had it a couple times.
Well, okay,
but
you know, let's face it. This is radio, so we can smudge a little bit, but we can't smudge the fact that one's a black lager and one's a triple. And anybody
Yeah.
who can't tell the difference between those two,
Hey.
unless you want to put your glasses on.
listen, there are colorblind
drinking
people out there
glasses?
that drink.
George, you have
These aren't
drinking
these
glasses,
aren't
don't
that thick.
you? But they're 3D.
They are the real 3D.
Ooh.
Yeah, what does that mean anyway?
Well, when you put them on and you're not looking at a 3D movie, everything goes into 2 dimensions,
Everything looks
No.
fakakta.
right? Fakakta.
Fakakta.
The real
very
3D,
cool.
those fake 3D glasses, they just don't work. So you
They
have to have
don't work.
real 3D glasses.
Except for when you go to the IMAX and they have those little pretty colored ones. Those
Those
are not
electric
real.
ones, they hurt your head.
I know. They,
I know.
You know, I have a 3D television, and it came with a pair of glasses. But what do you watch on? Is there a 3D movie?
yeah, you can
Yeah.
buy tons of 3D
There-
movies.
there are- by the
I
way,
know that.
I suggest you get the Avengers in 3D.
Okay.
I saw that on a 3D set that somebody had. Looked so much better than in the movies. You can actually. Did you know that Captain America's costume has a texture
Yes.
to it, and that Robert Downey Jr. has blackheads? Watch it in 3D.
And Wonder
HD
Woman's
3D.
got real.
Yeah, well,
breast
it's
assistance?
she's not in the Avengers, man.
Oh,
What kind of
sorry.
a comic book geek are you?
Well, I'm not on.
Oh my
Scarlett
gosh.
Johansson.
I'm not on the powwow.
She looks hot.
Oh God, she looks
No,
good.
but you know what is a great movie that I actually watched in 3D? The one with the sad girl from Twilight, Snow White and the Queen, whatever that was
Yeah,
called.
that is a
was
good
pretty
movie.
in 3D.
That in 3D, like you will melt into your seat and just be in awe watching it.
Kirsten, something.
Kirsten, yeah.
Kirsten
Yeah,
something.
oh, I'm sorry.
No,
No, not
different
Dunst.
one.
She's
That's the one with
awesome,
the
though.
snaggle teeth.
I'm
That
a little
was
too old.
Kirsten.
Anyway, so basic. But here, let me ask
If you
you,
wanna
since
see
we're on the
Kirsten
subject.
Dunst naked.
Who's seen Kim Kardashian lately? Doesn't she look a little like
I
Scarlett
just had a
Johansson?
drink with
No,
her right
not
before
really.
the show. No.
She's totally
Not
different
really.
looking.
Her ass is huge.
Not her ass.
You say that
but
like it's a
she's
bad
had-
thing.
She's had plastic surgery done.
On her ass?
No, no way.
Yeah, she
I
looks
hate
totally
her hair
different.
though.
She looks like Scarlett. She tried to look like Scarlett Johansson. You could
But-
see the
Totally
look
different.
on her face. Yeah,
Meanwhile-
right, Jason?
But meanwhile, Scarlett Johansson's going through a lot of drama. Back to topics that are not relevant, but she's going through a lot of drama right now.
Really?
Who,
Like-
Scarlett?
She was
Her
yeah,
commercial got
Oh.
banned from the Super Bowl.
yeah, her commercial
heard-
got
Lord.
banned
I heard that, right.
because Pepsi was not happy with
You
it.
know what? This is actually relevant because this is a
Yeah.
Super Bowl show.
Yeah. Commercial got banned from the Super Bowl. She was the first international spokesperson for SodaStream. And there are people that are very upset that it's an Israeli company and they're working in like a non-Israeli Palestinian kind of like craziness
Really?
area in Israel.
That's
Yeah.
so
Oh,
crazy.
Or
so
one
now
of
I
the,
like them more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. But the fact of the matter is that she got some work done and she's trying to look like Scarlett Johansson. And I don't
I
blame
want to
her.
get some work
Anyway,
done
that's all
so that
just
I can
my-
look like Scarlett Johansson.
That's all just
I
my
know,
opinion.
I would
So
too.
that then when I masturbate, get it? I'll
It'll be
use
more
a mirror, in front of the mirror, and I'll be like, "Hey, yeah,
Yeah, you won't have to spend
I'm
any money
totally
on
having sex with
internet
Scarlett
anymore.
Right?
Yeah.
Boy, all the
It
savings.
gets boring after a while.
My
No, it
friend just
doesn't.
text messaged me. Scarlett is
married.
hot.
Okay, Scarlett
Yeah,
is
the
hot.
news
Your friend
flash.
is right.
Beep, beep, beep. This
Well,
just in.
Do. So, okay, let's get back to it. I know that beer isn't exciting as sex, but
Wait,
Beer
that-
is so
that
exciting.
doesn't look
Oh,
right.
wait, he did it wrong.
no,
one's one?
Just one at a
Totally
time.
did it
no, No, just one at
No,
a time.
one at a time.
No, he did it right.
Just
Okay,
give
yeah,
us
good.
number one. Which one's one?
Just give us number one. It doesn't matter.
No, man.
Okay, so give us number
They're
one,
all
and we'll go
supposed to
go.
be in the same colored glasses, man.
The same size glass.
totally-
It's all good, man. It's all good. Just give us one.
how it was explained to me.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's
They're-
okay.
The same beer in the same glass. That should be common sense.
Don't yell at him. He works for free. Okay, this is fantastic.
No, he doesn't.
He works for beer.
He got promoted. He's getting paid. I can totally yell at him.
All right, so we're at
Now
You
okay,
guys
guys.
have little
now
cups.
you cross switch
All
the
right.
glasses too.
So we
This is
just had
Uh-oh.
halftime, and now we are on.
You're fired.
We just had halftime.
This is one.
yeah, and it's now the third quarter of the by the glass beer bowl.
We just watched Bruno Mars.
Exactly, and it's
Red Hot Chili Peppers,
2014
too.
Washington, which is, of course, ESB Red Hook, and Mr. Ben Dobbler called in, and Colorado, which is New Belgium, which is the wonderful Tmar Banner called in, and
Tamar.
Tamar Banner,
Tamara.
and she was wonderful.
She's good.
So basically, what we're doing is we're pitting these two beers together, and then we're having a fantastic time, and we always pick the winner,
Always.
right?
So
And
far,
were you listening in when you
course
were
not.
pouring the beers? What's the theme of the show?
It's the Super Bowl show. Other than that,
beer bowl.
Don't blow your load.
Oh yeah.
I want.
Don't
I
blow
want
your
my
nut.
eye of-
Don't blow
Don't
your nut.
blow your
ah, okay.
I would like some Eye of the Tiger. Can we
Yeah,
make that
come on,
happen,
George.
please? God,
How about
George.
the
Do your
Rocky
job,
theme?
George.
Gosh.
I was playing music earlier and Brett yelled at me, man.
That's because he was talking to
That's
me.
what
I'm
I do
special.
best is yell at people. Okay, so anyway, here we go. I'm feeling pumped.
Yeah.
This is like a whole new inspiration.
Come
for
on,
me.
it's like the end
Yeah.
of the game. We gotta make it
the
happen.
third quarter, man. We just came out of the halftime. And you gotta step up and make this play. You're gonna have to fire that ball down the sideline past Robert Sherman or whatever the hell his name is,
Close enough.
and make that guy catch that ball and score.
You catch that ball.
But the most important thing, son, don't blow your nut. All right, so we're back into it.
I'm going roller skating on Sunday
Are you?
with my child and other children.
They're not listening to the show, are they? 'Cause this is
Who?
It's
My-
NC-17. Okay.
no,
Yeah,
no
my
kids allowed. Sorry,
Children
guys.
is not interested in drinking shows.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
They maybe.
yeah. Anyway, okay, guys, back to it. Appearance. This one's got a wonderful appearance. A nice
Great
fluffy white
appearance.
head with a really. Look at that sticks to the side of the glass.
Is it
So-
possibly unfiltered?
It's possible, yeah. I would imagine. Yeah, because it was really nice. Okay, aroma. The aroma
Oh,
is
wow.
complex and exceptional.
Definitely complex.
I really get a lot of orange,
If I had to guess, I think I know.
a
what
lot
this
of
one
lemon.
is.
Well, if you can tell the difference between two colors, figure out what it is.
I can.
I think I'm moderately colorblind.
My lovely wife tells me I'm colorblind all the time when I put on like gray and brown together, and she's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like,
I think
"What?
they
This
go
doesn't
together."
match."
Yeah, that's totally fashionable now. Like stripes and polka dots.
Brown is the new black.
Stripes and plaid.
I always brown. I'm old enough to see. Brown keeps coming back in every once in a while. I'm like, why? Why? Brown should always stay out. Brown and orange. Don't ever wear that unless you're going to hunting.
So brown is the new orange.
Yeah.
Orange is the new black.
Oh, I was waiting for somebody to say that. I think I set you up for that one.
I used to have brown. I had brown shoes, man. I think
This
I
is like a real media show we're putting on
I
today,
poured
right?
lighter fluid on them and set them on fire, man. Like, why do I have these shoes?
We should be like TMZ over here. We're hitting all these like topics. We're talking about orange is the new
Brown.
black and
It
Kim
even
Kardashian,
sounds bad.
Scarlett
brown. What are you
Johansson.
wearing brown?
Can we talk about Richie Incognito?
Sure, just do it
Oh,
incognito
God.
so nobody knows what you're talking about. I think you actually did talk about Richie Incognito. Isn't that what you were talking about, the two bullies?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of them.
He tweeted that he needs a job.
What did one bully
Okay.
say to the other bully?
I give up.
Ouch. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought that was a real joke there, man.
What a little bull.
Don't blow your nut. Okay, so basically the appearances. We're in the first part of the third quarter, and we're loving this beer, guys. Appearance,
I'm not.
aroma, exceptional.
Yeah,
Why
I
don't
mean-
you like it?
I think it tastes nasty.
No,
Yeah.
but that's great because that's what this is all about. Is
Everyone's
taste.
allowed to have their own
It's the only beer
opinions.
tonight that I'm not finishing. Thank you. That one's for the bucket.
Boo.
That's for the
Really?
sink.
Okay. Bleh.
There are starving people
like
in
it, but I'm
Ethiopia.
thirsty.
Which one of these is
Yeah,
mine? Now,
they would probably
do you
pour
know
it.
which
Starving
one?
people in Hollywood.
Which one did we have our mouths on? That's what the whole sort order was all
I had
about.
it in perfectly sorted, Dio.
What's in
Yeah,
my
but you
mouth?
had it sorted this way.
No.
No.
That's
Four
how
cups.
he. No, I'm telling you, this is how it was given
All right,
to
you
me.
guys.
Okay, listen, boys.
Yeah.
Settle down. Just drink your beer and have
Arguing
a
Give
good
me
doesn't
time.
that
make
tall
for good
one.
radio.
That tall one there.
Some people tend to disagree with that. Mouthfeel.
Oh
is
yeah,
exceptional.
It's a
Like,
great
this is gonna be my
mouthfeel.
favorite beer tonight. We better pick up the
Favorite
pace
beer.
too. By the way, as a producer, I gotta say we need to drink faster.
We do, huh? Pick up the pace.
Is this number two?
Holy
Yeah.
shnikes.
Yeah, I don't like this
Yeah,
one.
we only
either.
got 10 minutes left.
All right, see, that's my cup.
Here.
Yeah.
You can have
That's
that.
three.
That's your
Cup.
present. That's your present, Dio. You finish
Five,
that.
it's like,
There's
I wanna
plenty
wear
in
this.
there.
It's alcohol. It kills.
It smells good. I want to wear this like cologne. I know it's gonna taste
Do
good
you want
already.
to slather it all over yourself? Because
I want to slather it all over you and then lick it off.
Wow,
Whoa!
Hi-oh.
All right, I gotta
that's
say,
a different show.
this beer here, the third
God.
the third aspect of the third quarter here, the second part, round 2 of the third quarter, has a wonderful appearance to it because it's a lovely copper to a light copper to a light dark, a light brown, right?
I would say like a
cyan.
chocolate.
Right. So there's like a burnt sienna. Ooh, that's very nice,
That's what I
Jason.
meant,
Yeah, and a really lovely lacing and a creamy head. Mm.
Gotta
and
love
a
a
wonderful
creamy
Belgian
head.
lace. on
Filthy
there.
show today. This is no puppy bowl. I'll tell you.
We haven't said one dirty word.
Oh wow,
Just lots of innuendo.
It does
But
not
it's
taste
delicious.
like it looks.
It
Not
does
at all.
not taste as strong as it smells either,
Okay.
or looks.
The smell is really good. I feel like it's very
You
nutty.
said that,
Talking
George.
about beer.
George just loves it innuendo.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
I do. It's
Innuendo.
We're getting goofy, guys.
innuendo.
We're getting goofy.
Innuendo.
Okay. We're having fun though.
Dough.
All right, so this next beer here, I think the appearance is exceptional. Okay.
The aroma is great. I
The
feel like
aroma,
it's
you
really
know,
nutty.
you know what I really love about the aroma of this next beer is that it's different, right? Anybody say it's different?
See, it was his fault. He
very
just put the
coffee-like.
glass in the wrong spot.
No.
I didn't do anything.
Look,
You
it's
did it
1,
wrong.
2, 3, 4.
Their
1, 2,
glasses
3,
are in
4.
position. They're the same position.
Oh my God, boys, it's okay. Let's just drink.
This
Let's
is
enjoy.
this was
I went
my
the whole
glass.
first
Is
half
this
with
your
no
glass or
issues.
mine?
Mm.
This one.
That's
It's
mine.
Jason's. This is yours.
I gotta say, this beer is really good.
It is really
It's
good.
super
yeah.
delicious.
I can't believe that that it
I
tastes the
may-
way it did. Did you expect
I
it to
should
taste
be
like
here.
that?
Beer
I did
Bunny
not.
goes there.
I did not expect it to
This
taste
beer
this
is
good.
dark. Hey, okay. Hey, all right. Stop bickering. We're trying to have a show here,
got it.
okay?
He's calling it audible.
All right. So this beer
That's
here,
wrong.
by the way, this, you son of a
Everything you
bitch.
do is wrong, Dio.
This show's
We
about
need
beer, not bitches. Okay.
Wait.
So this beer is a very wonderful flavor profile.
Oh my God! Now he's shuffling the glasses.
I feel like
Got it.
We're all getting AIDS.
I hope I do. You do
Whatever.
have mono.
I feel like the beer is very roasty, though.
I
Too
smell
roasty for
coffee.
you?
No, not too roasty, because I like a really nice dark beer. It's not as dark as a porter.
Here's the thing: when you say roasty, do you mean chocolate and toffee, or do you mean coffee and
This is definitely coffee.
Yeah, I definitely.
you
I'm
get
getting.
coffee
I'm
on
getting coffee, like a roasty coffee,
Immediately.
maybe malty, a little.
little
but
molasses?
not acrid and burnt?
Yeah,
still
no, not
smooth
acrid and burnt.
cream.
Oh, yeah, no,
Sweet
it's good.
and like.
Sweet lager.
Yeah, definitely.
Really clean.
There's kind of a
I think-
molasses.
See, this
Molasses
is gonna make me want
treacle,
to chive
maybe?
on.
yeah. Hey.
A little bit of that, huh?
I'm gonna keep calm and chive on with this beer.
Oh,
my
don't be
God.
throwing
Oh.
anything out there, Miss Be a Bunny.
I don't know nothing.
I don't know none.
We'll see you in the
All right.
pictures later.
I'm
Oh,
interested in this.
yeah.
I'm interested in this beer. It's a very cool beer.
That's a good
All right.
yummy beer.
So
That's my
we're
favorite
now
one
ready
of
for the
that.
next round.
Was-
Okay, here's what we need to do.
Very
Okay,
fast.
all right.
I got it. This
Okay.
is George. This is Brett.
And don't yell at
Jason.
him. It doesn't matter.
I'm
Be a
just
bunny.
shutting right up.
There.
But go get beer.
Okay, so we're on to the last round. We're coming up to the fourth quarter, folks. Okay, so we're at the 2-minute warning here. I'd like for
Go.
Jason to talk a little bit about the chive.
Oh, I just closed my laptop. The Chive is basically just a website where you could post pictures, all kinds of stuff.
Where you can post
I
pictures?
think so, yeah. Can't you post
I
that?
don't know.
So it's
What's
the
it
chive.
called?
It's thechive.com. Okay, this is more of a multimedia show. I love it. Thechive.com is where you can go and I know they have funny videos because they had Trey Parker and
Yeah, they have
Who's the
funny
other guy?
pictures. They have a couple different sections. They have some.
and there's always like photographers taking pictures of girls in bikinis and
They
doing
have
model
that.
shoots, right?
and
Is that what-
George has the chive. There we
Oh,
go.
he's got a
Yeah, I
pull
got
up. There
you,
you go.
George. What do you see when you see the chive?
Footballs, sports stuff, kayaking.
No, there's a big girls tab.
Well, where's the big girls tab? There we go.
You mean like big girls, like
Yeah,
babies,
how'd you
like
know?
big beautiful women?
You want the long hammer and Ranger?
I just want to say hi to my friend Brad. He suggested we do a beer and bitches show.
Okay. What are you gonna bring, Brad? The beer or the bitches?
I think he's going to bring the beer.
Okay. Technically we've had beer and bitches at the same on the same show.
We've
but
had
Maybe some
Scott
bitches
and
brew?
bitches brew. Okay. Well, Jason, what do you think?
Yeah. Ed needs to put the show together.
Ed, well, that's
Ed,
Ed's
let's
job.
make it
Yeah, I
happen.
just sit here and look pretty. That's
I
Ed's
just
job
show
to
up.
actually do all the
Valentine's
work.
Day is coming up, bitches.
Oh, instead of Valentine's
yeah.
Day. There you go.
Very cool. Actually, we're taking off next week. We're going to do a replay because I have to go and take my Cicerone dose, and I can't sit
yeah.
here and drink the night before.
No way.
Before
We'll
I go.
corrupt you.
Yeah. So, but we'll play a really. I'm trying to think of what replay I want to do. We just had a really wonderful show last week with Funky Buddha
I know,
came
I
in.
can't believe I
I'm
missed
so jealous. Like, I'm not going to lie. So jealous. Love the maple bacon coffee porter.
It was yummy.
I love the Imperial, though. The Imperial is off the chain.
that. And you guys
Yeah.
had some other good stuff last week too. What the?
Yeah, we had the
rum?
Florida Beer Company came in and they brought in the Southernmost Wheat on tap, which is actually a really great beer. And they have this new
Yums.
centrifuge, and it's completely different. They have a whole new brewery that's state of the art, $20 million. They have a centrifuge, which is only a couple $1 million unto itself, which
Only.
takes the beer and does like the gravitron and basically the gravity sucks everything out of it and it clarifies it without filtering it.
That's amazing.
And it's amazing, and the beer tastes unbelievable.
They
So-
they do that with blood tests, too.
Oh yeah, George, do they do that blood test?
All the time, yeah.
At the clinic?
Right down there. $420, coincidentally, is how much it costs for the comprehensive test. And I'm wondering, do they do that on purpose or
you get
what?
the all clear?
Yeah, I'm going to frame that thing.
This is great. Okay, guys, we're coming down to the wire here, so we really need to hurry up here on this last
Wire.
one. So
Oh wow,
give us
we're
one.
done, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna run a little late here, so I just want to thank
is
everybody
one.
for calling in. I want to thank Tmar Banner, definitely. I want to thank Ben Dobbler,
Right.
Tmar
We got
from
3
New
minutes.
Belgium,
No.
Ben
That's Jason.
from Brewing Innovator Manager from ESB. I'm sorry, Red Hook, and
help.
Is this
I also want to thank Ed Roberts.
Is this one?
Once
Ed
again
Roberts is man.
for putting
It's gone.
together an
Yeah.
absolutely
Oh,
amazing
hoppy.
show. Okay. These are both hoppy. These are both IPAs. So,
Oh.
guys, let's do this real quick. Everybody.
Flowery.
Smells delicious.
As, we,
Very
as,
flowery.
as I scream this out, give it up. Yeah, so
One.
appearance.
One.
Appearance is amazing on this beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Nice.
pretty.
I give it like
Aroma.
3.
Everybody, aroma. Okay. Okay, taste it.
Aroma 2.
One.
Taste is pretty damn.
Taste.
Whoa.
I can't
I
even
like
taste
the
it.
taste.
Yikes,
I'm looking
Zowie.
at George's face.
Mouthfeel. Mouthfeel.
I'm not even putting it in my mouth.
I
Mouthfeel.
can't.
That's what she
My
said.
finish is I can't finish it.
Mouthfeel. Pretty good.
Mouthfeel,
Okay.
like
Okay.
1.
Finish is nice. Not too much bitterness, but a little bit of sweetness that carries through. I like it a lot.
Maybe
Okay.
2.
All right, so guys, who's coming to the next beer?
3.
Okay, everybody ready for the next beer?
Uh-huh.
Okay, appearance is not as good as the first one. I gotta say.
No.
Sure. Oh, it's
Very
almost
runny,
watery.
very bland.
Yeah, aroma, not even there at all. Definitely low.
Meh.
Taste,
Kind of watery. I'm not impressed.
not good at all.
Not impressed at all. Gross.
Yeah,
Oh man,
Okay.
I've never given a 0. Can you give a 0?
yeah,
No.
absolutely. Mouthfeel, not so bad.
It doesn't taste like anything.
Okay, and the finish is
Was it
certainly not a
did
good
you give us
balance.
Keystone Light?
No.
Okay.
It's Natty Light. Don't
All
lie.
right.
Okay, so.
Wow.
But it's still a great beer no matter what. Because
And-
we're expanding our beer
Okay, everybody
palates.
get out your calculators and let's finish up the
I
totals
added
here.
it up.
Okay, so make sure 10, 14. And remember, guys, we got to do the one against the other. So the tops against. So here we go. And just add them up.
Oh my god, I can't even do this.
12, 14.
Shh. Count
Oh, I got it.
quietly, please. All right, too quiet.
Yeah, this is a radio show. You can't.
Yeah,
cry.
Oh yeah,
no
so
dead air.
everybody's calculating.
Theo,
their,
talk to us.
everybody's calculating their scores up there. They have these final IPAs.
Smoke
We're
is
gonna-
coming from Brett's head.
We are about to find out who the winner of the Super Bowl will be this Sunday.
We'll go into overtime.
We're going to overtime. Well, that's very possible. We don't have a tiebreaker. I mean, I could tiebreak it with his last beer, but I haven't tasted them yet because my two compadres have very similar taste palates. And I'm scared now.
Yeah, we're in trouble because I got 2 ties. Third quarter and second quarter tied.
Well, no, you got to add everything
Theo,
up, right?
add this. I'm working the board.
Add up all the ones, right? Isn't that how it
Add
works?
all the ones on top. Let's say if you circle your
I
tops,
already
right?
totaled the ends.
Circle your tops, add the circles, and then add the others and put them against each other, okay? Circle the tops, right? So, here,
I already circled my bottom there.
All right.
then slash the top. Okay?
Oh wait, what?
See how I did it? See how I did it?
All totals.
See how I circled the top or slashed the top?
Oh, I
So
see.
that way you can just differentiate between the two.
Take
Okay.
your time.
Okay. Interesting, George. Talk to me, baby.
Dio's totally mine.
I am
got-
totally confused.
Yeah, I don't know what your system is. I thought we were just doing grand totals.
Circle.
No, these. Oh, circle the
Yeah,
top
but
ones.
wait.
Okay.
The top ones. That way you can add all those together. That's your top, and then add all the bottoms together. So that
Oh,
you can get
okay.
you know what I mean? That way you differentiate between the two, because the tops are all the first beer, the bottoms are all the second beer. That's the way I set it up.
Okay.
So you want a
I think I
grand
did
total? You
it.
want us to add all our points?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Or- Yes.
All the tops together and all the bottoms together and match those against each other. See what I mean?
So I got a total score of 56 to 58. But that can't work because
You separated the ones.
we separated the
What?
beers.
Yeah, we separated the beers.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
don't know if
So
all
not
the
all
tops
the ones
are,
and not
I
all
put
the
it. No,
twos are
no.
the same.
I.
It's 1 and 2.
It's 1 and 2. It's 1 and
Right.
2.
So we just
Yeah,
add
but
all
one
the
and-
ones and we add all the
1
twos,
and 2
right?
aren't
Okay.
always the same team.
Yeah, they are.
No, we
No, we did that so everybody wouldn't taste that, so we couldn't
No,
figure
you
it
don't
out right
understand.
away.
Yes, they
told
were.
you he messed it up, man. You didn't want to blame. Stop.
No, he did.
Don't
I
take-
only finished it
Guys,
up.
guys, nobody messed it up. The way that I set it up, it was all ones were the ones that I called out to you, and all the twos were the ones I called out to you. Don't worry, it's the way it went. Okay.
It's okay.
So
we
I got
just all like it.
62 to 102. A was
I got
62.
I got 56 to 60.
So I got Washington 62. Okay. And then I got New Belgium.
what was number 1?
Washington.
And
I got New Belgium 102. Okay. So here's who. Okay. So I'm gonna
So
add all.
Seattle's
I'm
gonna
adding
kick
all the
their ass.
Washingtons. Okay. So I got 62. What do you got for Washington, Jason?
I don't know.
what's number 1?
What's A? What's your A total?
What's your number 1 total?
A isn't all Washington.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Just
trust
A
it.
total.
Pretend it is.
56.
56. Okay. What's your A total?
56.
56. Bia, what's your A total?
56.
56. Okay. So that's 230 for A.
People are going to lose money on this.
No, they're
Uh-oh.
not. Shut up. Okay.
Listen.
And then my B total was 102. What's your B total? Jason.
Wow.
58.
58. What's your B total?
60.
60. What's your B total, Bia?
46.
46.
Wow.
266.
Someone likes Hoppy Bears. Huh?
230 to 266. Denver won.
Oh,
Really?
snap.
Yep.
What's his name? Peyton
Which one was
Manning.
that?
Peyton
Number
Manning.
1 or
Peyton
2?
Manning.
Peyton Manning, number 2. New Belgium
Number
won.
two.
And I really wanted the
You know-
Seahawks to win.
Sorry.
It
Boo.
won just based on that one coffee flavored beer. They deserved it.
No,
Yeah.
they didn't make that coffee flavored beer. That coffee flavored beer was
Red
was
Hook.
KCCO.
Oh,
That's Red Hook, Washington. But that was an amazing beer. Folks, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Everybody drive safe. Don't drink and drive. Wait the 9 months. Your kid will thank you, and never overconsume. Have a great Super Bowl. We love you. SoFlo Radio and By the Glass Show signing off.
From high atop 1926 Hollywood Boulevard, you're listening to SoFloRadio.com.